What's up, guys? I am glad you made it back to my YouTube channel. As you know, I will always come on here and share with you a old gem, which aims at helping you improve in your chart analysis. Well, in this video, I will be going over volatility 51S index sell trade I'm currently on. Still holding the two positions I was able to get in on these, with both positions running at a 1 to 3 and a 1 to 4 currently. I actually did share this trade setup right here with the Telegram channel, which I would advise you to join if you're not yet a member of that. I will leave the link to this channel somewhere below in the description. Well, if you find it complicated trading and analyzing synthetic indices, I would advise you stay till the end of this video. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'll quickly clear up my charts so I can start the analysis from scratch. Looking at volatility 51S index from the daily time frame perspective, we had price come into a key level, a major supply level from the daily time frame perspective. So previously, when we came into this level, sometime around December 2022, when we came into the level, we had a sell-off at this level. And then we are back to the level again. Yeah, I think sometime on the 6th of this month was the first time we tested the level. And then we kind of were seeing lots of price actions around the level. So we were clearly testing daily key level, major supply. And then, guys, there's one thing I like to do whenever I see price come to a test major levels, key levels, whatever you choose to term it, supply levels, resistance, major resistances, and all of that, whatever you decide to call it. Whenever price comes to retest major levels, I like to compare. So I like to compare the price actions with respect to what the previous time price was at the level. So yeah, this is the cash, guys. The more similar the price actions are in comparison with the previous time prices at the level, the more likely the outcomes are to turn out similar. So what do I mean by that? So looking at the first time we came into this level, sometime around December last year, what did we get to see? So we had a price push up into this level, and then we had a nice reversal chart pattern. If you cannot already see this, well, you obviously have not been following my previous videos. We clearly had ourselves an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Sorry about that. We clearly had ourselves the head and shoulder pattern right here. So this was the first time price came into the level. We had ourselves what? A nice what? Head and shoulder pattern. And then what? We had a sell-off from the level. So the sell-off was introduced by what? The formation of the head and shoulder chart pattern. This was the first time price came into the level. Then guys, we are testing the level now again. If you cannot already see what I'm trying to point out here, then again, you haven't been following my previous videos. Well, let me make this more easier. So we came right to test this key level, and then what did we get to see also? The head and shoulder pattern clearly forming right at the level. So this is the cash, guys. When price points out similar chart patterns, similar price actions as it did previously, what? When it comes to what? A major zone or a major level, there is a higher chances that what? The outcomes also are going to be what? Similar. So as soon as I saw what? Price pointing out another head and shoulder pattern, what? At the very same what? At the very same level it did previously, where it turned from, then what? I was kind of setting for a fact that what? The outcomes will turn out exactly. So we did this the previous time, and then what? We had a sell-off into what? This level right here. And then we had ourselves what? A nice bull run back to this key level. And then we're having to see what price brings us what? Another head and shoulder pattern. Okay, guys. Now, let's take this a step further. So clearly previously, when we had what? The head and shoulder pattern, what did we get to see? Very clearly again, what? We had the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. And then we had a break of the neckline. And then what? We had price come back to retest the neckline. And then we had the drop. So we had a retest of the neckline, and then that was where we had what? The drop. And then that was exactly what I wanted. Upon price printing us the very same what? Head and shoulder chart pattern during these retests. So I was patiently waiting for what? The formation of what? The head and shoulder pattern. And then for a nice break of the neckline, which we did. So we had a break of the neckline. So here we had ourselves a nice break of the neckline. All right, somewhere around what? 603,000 psychological round number. And then what? I was very much expecting for price to what? Retest the neckline just like it did, and then expect the drop. So I was potentially looking for what? The retest and then sell opportunities at the retest of the neckline to what? To short price downside, which I did get somewhere around this level right here. So we had what? The break, and then what? The retest of the neckline. And if we move down to what? The lower time frame, so we clearly get to see what my entry opportunities on this right here. So taking this down to the 4 hourly time frame. Yeah, so clearly, guys, we had the nice break, and then we had price come back. So we test what? The neckline of the head and shoulder pattern. And then looking to our left, you can clearly see what? We had this level as a key level. So when we were below the level, you can see what? The level acted what? As a resistance. And then when we're above the level, support, where the level acted as a support again, and then what? We had a break of the level, and then a very quick retest of the level, and then price had bounced off from the level. And then what? We had a second retest of the level. So clearly what we're retesting is what? A key level, as you can see, 603,000 psychological round number. We're retesting what? The neckline of what? The daily head and shoulder pattern. We're retesting also what? The exponential moving average 50. In this case, what? Because we have the candlesticks below what? The exponential moving average. The exponential moving average acting now as what? A dynamic resistance. So I think I had my first entry for sales from the 1 hourly time frame, candlestick close, right at this level. Yeah, somewhere at this level. Yeah. So I had my entry for sale. As soon as I had this nice what? Momentum, bearish engulfing candlestick from the level. Yeah, and then with my TP targets somewhere around this level right here. 0.9 to 5 hour, and that's, and then I was able to scale in a second position on this. So from the 4 hourly time frame, we had ourselves a nice what? Break and retest also, right at this level. You can see what? When we had the drop, this was the level we bounced off from. Come back to retest the neckline of the daily head and shoulder pattern. So we had what? This level acted as a 4 hourly support. And then what? We're having to see price now break below the level. So a broken support becomes what? A new resistance. And then even if we extend that right here, so you can see, even if we extend that, you can see previously we had the level as a support. Then again, it's support. Before we're having to see price break below the level. And then what? Now act as what? A resistance. Also, we're having to see what? Psychological round number right at the level. And then this is where I had my entry for my second sell entry on this. I think I got that from the 1 hourly time frame. Oh yeah, I remember very clearly. I actually did get my entry from the 30 minutes time frame, but I'm not going to be going um all the way down to the 30 minutes time frame. But I had my entry somewhere around this level right here. Even though that was from the 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, let's take this time frame lower. Yeah, I remember very clearly. So I had my entry from the 30 minutes time frame. Well, clearly what we tested what the 50 exponential moving average, and then what were nicely rejected, having to see what a nice bearish engulfing candlestick of closing below what the 50 exponential moving average. So this was more like what a fake out. And as soon as we had the close, I waited for the next candlestick to close bearish. And yeah, this was why I had the second sell entry. Shots on this. Yeah, I think I had the exact so for my take profits, there's something I like to do. There's a little arc I like to do. For my take profit levels, clearly we had this trend line. I don't use trend line very often, or we had this trend line clearly, and then I very much was looking for price to come into certain levels. Okay, I have this level right here, and then again, what? Yeah, so there's something I always like to do for every of the times we had price respect this trend line. For every of the times we had what the bounce off from the trend line, as you can see right here, we had this being the second touch, and then we had a bounce. Best believe whenever price what comes into every one of these levels, there would be some form of lower time frame um price actions. So we had this level right here where price had the third bounce off from. You can clearly see what as soon as we came into the level right here, we had what some form of what price actions and the rejection. Then we had a break, and then we had what the retest of the level. And then what we have this next level right here. So clearly we have a break of this next level. So what I'm currently would be doing is what? Wait for price to come back into this level. And then I will be scaling in another position. But once I get what? The confirmations, I think we'll get to see this more clearer from the 4 hourly time frame. So this is the next level where we had that trend line bounce off from. So I'm very much what expecting for price to what come back and have a retest of this level. And then where I would be potentially looking to add another sell entry opportunity on this. If it does what? Give me the candlestick confirmations on the retest of that level. Let's see. So you can see clearly now what if I introduce my Fibonacci retracement tool from what the previous swing high to what the most recent swing low. You can see at this level, psychological round number F7, and then what aligns perfectly well. Previously, the level was what a support. Looking to the left, what the level acted what as a support, a support. And then what support? We have a break of that level. So a broken support becomes what a new resistance. So I'm very much expecting for price to come into this level and then give me a nice what rejections off of this level, and that would be what price rejecting what the Fibonacci 61.8 golden zone. As you can see very clearly, I'm not picking this up, guys. And once I have a nice rejection and then what a bearish momentum candlestick close from this level, I would be adding what a third sell position on this trade to short price down to what any one of these levels right here. So yeah, clearly from the 1 hourly time frame, this would be a nice what retest of what the exponential moving average from the 1 hourly time frame. So you can see the confluences are already building up for nice sell entries right from this level. So we have what the level being what the Fibonacci 61.8 golden reversal level. The level also being what aligning perfectly well with the 50 exponential moving average dynamic resistance. Previously, the level was what? A resistance, a support, and then broken. The broken support becomes a new resistance, coupled with the fact we have a ground psychological number right at the level. So, guys, there's no reason why I would not be looking to add in another sell entry position at the retest of this level when once I get what? Candlestick confirmations, rejections, bearish momentum candlestick close. That would be a few hours from now. I think maybe the next 5 hours, price would get right into this level, and then what? I would be looking for what? The nice price action confirmations to get in on what? On the sell back to what? My take profit level right here. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you are watching my video for the first time and you find this insightful, well, do give this video a thumbs up, and I will leave a link to another video in the description somewhere below this video, and I'd strongly recommend you watch that also. Thanks for staying till the end. Please do well to subscribe to my channel for more, and then like and share this video. Thank you very much, guys.